Hi darlings, welcome to a new video. It is long overdue to do some kind of favourites video, and this morning I asked on Instagram stories what you guys would like to see from me, and a lot of you said you wanted to see a summer beauty favourites. I'm going to apologise right now about the drilling noise in the background. You would not believe my luck. The second I click record, they decide to start drilling next door. So if you can hear a very annoying drilling noise in the background, I'm just going to apologise now, and personally I'm just going to try and zone it out. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some beauty favourites. These are things that I've been using both here at home in London and during our travels. We have been on quite a few little trips recently, including most recently to Ibiza, and I feel like I've really got my beauty routine down to a T. So I'm going to be sharing with you things that have been keeping my skin glowing and hydrated and protected from the sun, as well as things that I just love to pamper myself with. As always, everything that I mention in today's video will be linked down below in case you want to add any of these to your own collection. And looking at the products that I'm going to be talking about today, there's a real mix of price points, so hopefully there's going to be something for everybody. If you are new here, then please do consider subscribing and saying hello down in the comment section below. I would love to have you back for future videos. And without further ado, let's get started. So I feel like it makes sense to start with SPF because of the time of year and lots of us going away on our summer holidays, but I feel like I should also mention that SPF should be worn no matter where you are, especially in the summer months. I like to wear at least 20 every single day, but now that it's summer I'm trying to amp that up to 35 and above. But two things that I have to share with you that I have been obsessed with are both factor 50. Long gone are the days when we want to get a tan on our faces. We all know that even the slightest tan is actually sun damage, and I've had those facial scans and it shows you all the sun damage, and even when you don't feel like your face has been burnt, you're still getting damage from the sun, and I don't want to be aging any more than I have to. So I've been hugely protecting my face more than any other year. Two absolute favourites, both of which I would highly recommend you add to your collection. Firstly, I feel like I've been talking about this range so much, but that's because it is bloody fantastic. It's the Caudalie Anti-Wrinkle Face Sun Care in SPF 50. They also do this in a 30, but I would recommend the 50, especially when you are on holiday. This is part of their Ocean Protect collection, so this and their sun oil and their sun cream for the body has ingredients in it which are kind to the environment. I think so many of us were so unaware that the ingredients within our sun cream, in particular oxybenzone and octinoxate, we didn't know previously that these ingredients are killing coral. They are bleaching corals, they are harming the eco-marine system, and we were literally putting it on our bodies and then getting into the ocean. Now we know better, so every SPF that I'm wearing, I'm making sure that it does not contain these ingredients, and especially if I'm going in the sea. The problem with some mineral formulas, especially when it comes to the face, is that it can leave your face white or even with almost like a blue glow to it, which is not flattering. And if you're not wearing makeup on the beach or on holiday or generally in summer, then you definitely don't want to have a bluey white tint to your complexion. This is the first and I think only facial sun cream with a high protection with a clean formula that doesn't leave an unflattering glow on the face. It literally just looks like you've applied a moisturiser. It's got lovely soothing grape ingredients in it, like so many of the Caudalie skincare products, and it protects your face. Not bad for the environment. So yeah, so many reasons why I love this, and I will probably buy this for the rest of my life to take it on every future holiday because it's truly fantastic. In my other hand is another SPF 50. This is a makeup setting spray and finishing spray from Kale Sommerville. It's the SPF 50 Uncomplicated SPF. It says it's a soft focus makeup setting spray with UVA and UVB protection. This is what I use mostly in the UK. Sometimes I just feel like this is maybe a little bit too much, but you could use this as an everyday moisturiser in the UK as well. I tend to use like an SPF 15 or whatever in my normal moisturiser, and then when I've done my makeup I spray this on. Sometimes I spray it over my neck and my shoulders as well. Because it's SPF 50, it just means that it's super easy to ensure you are totally protected this summer. So this has been my SPF dream team, and I highly recommend this little combo for protecting your face this summer. So the next cluster of products that I have in my hands all have something in common, and that is the ingredient of rose. I'm a huge fan of rose. Its smell, its appearance and also the properties that it has for our skin. So rose is a really soothing and nourishing ingredient, and it's also very high in antioxidants, so fantastic for the skin. 3 of my favourites are rose based, so let's start off. This is the Beauty Elixir Smoothing Glowing Complexion Spray. I have been a huge fan of the original one of this for many years. It's the perfect kind of 3 PM pick-me-up if you just want to refresh the complexion, give yourself a little bit of a moisture hit and generally soothe the complexion. It's also really lovely if you're getting a little bit warm and flustered, whether that's at home or in the beach bag. Yes, it's a glass bottle, so it is quite heavy, but that didn't stop me from taking it with me in my beach bag every single day. This limited edition is rose scented, so it's just extra gorgeous to use and just extra calming and lovely on the skin. Face mists in general I absolutely love, but I have to say, because of how this leaves my skin feeling, it has to be my favourite. The next rose themed product, no surprises, is from Fresh. I was very lucky to go to Morocco with Fresh earlier in the year, and we discovered so many of the benefits of including rose in skincare. A product that I have been just obsessed with ever since that trip, among many others from Fresh I have to say, is their Deep Hydration Facial Toner. So if you look closely at this, you might be able to see it actually has little rose petals inside the bottle, which is very beautiful, but can be a little bit annoying when you get towards the end of the product because they end up coming out on your cotton pad. But nonetheless, this is a really lovely product for finishing off my cleanse. So normally I'll use a micellar water, then a double cleanse, sometimes a cleansing balm, something like that. And then this is my final step. So I will just pour some of this onto a cotton pad, and it just wipes away any excess product and also just leaves the complexion feeling really happy, really soothed, really nourished. And finally, as part of my rose favourites, this is another product which is just so beautiful, and it's a real, you know, unnecessary but lovely product to use. It is the By Terry Brightening CC Powder in the 4th shade. There are 4 in total, which is Sunny Flash. Now mine, I don't know if you'll be able to see it quite as clearly anymore because I have used this quite a lot, but it has the most gorgeous rose embossed pattern pressed into the powder. This is a finishing powder, so if you've tried the CC serum, you'll know that that's pretty much the first step from By Terry before you put on your foundation to give you a gorgeous glow. This does the same kind of thing, but it's the last step. So what I like to do is apply this using a fan brush, and I'll just put it on any areas that the sun would naturally glow on my skin. So on the top of my forehead, sometimes under my eyebrows, on my cheekbones. It smells like actual heaven. It is the most beautifully scented powder ever, so it's the loveliest thing to use after you've put on some makeup. When it is super hot outside in the summer, I don't like to wear too much makeup, but I do like to finish off my complexion with a glow, and this is just the most divine product to achieve that look. So if you are looking to treat yourself, this is really not an essential part of a beauty routine at all, but if you do like a really subtle highlight and you just really like to cherish your makeup routine, then it is just such a lovely product to add to your collection. Okay, I've just grabbed the last few skincare favourites. Before I go into the products, a quick shout out to my reusable cotton pads. These are probably the product that I get asked the most about. Where do I get them from? How do I wash them? I get them from Amazon. I will leave the exact link to the exact ones that I have down below. And my washing routine for these is, after I have used them to take my makeup off, I will very quickly wash them in the sink. I'll just rinse out any excess product. Then I'll put them on the radiator to dry overnight, and then I will put them in the washing basket, and they basically get washed at 30 degrees with whatever else is going in the washing machine. If you find that they get stuck in the rim of your washing machine drum, then just get one of those little lingerie like net pouches that protects your underwear when it's in the washing machine. I have a really handy one from Intimissimi, and it just keeps them all together. They still get washed absolutely perfectly, but they don't get stuck in your drum. And then I just dry them by draping them over the dryer, so it's really pretty easy to use. Saves you throwing away single-use cotton pads, which is obviously much more sustainable, so I'd highly recommend you using these. The only slight downside is that you do get through a little bit more product, so maybe don't use these if you have a super expensive micellar water, but yeah, in general they are fantastic and much more sustainable. Okie dokie, so 3 final skincare product favourites. A huge shout out, I feel like this is a Caudalie love video, to the Caudalie Vinoperfecl Radiance Serum. The reason why why this is so fantastic for me personally is that in the sun I do suffer from dark spots, and at the moment, weirdly this year, the dark spots are around my lips and it looks like I've just done my lip liner really badly. I don't know why it's around my lips this year. Maybe at one point earlier in the season I wore a lip gloss and it burnt around that area, but I've got dark spots around my lips and it just looks really weird. However, this is really helping, and I do notice a huge difference when I do versus when I don't use this. I'm nearly through this. It's been coming with me on every single holiday, and I've been using it maybe 3 times a week when I've been back home as well, but every day on holiday. It's also really hydrating and nourishing, so fantastic after a day in the sun. Use it morning and evening before my usual SPF or day cream routine. So if you also suffer from dark spots, or you're looking for a serum that's just perfect to mix with your SPF or use as part of your SPF summer facial routine, then this is a really fantastic one. For facial tanning, another subject that I get so many questions about, I like to tan my face in the evening so it doesn't disrupt or alter my makeup and skincare routine, and yet sometimes if I'm tanning in the evening I also want to have the benefits of my usual evening skincare. I don't want to miss out on any of my evening skincare benefits just because I'm using a fake tan. So that is why I love the James Read Gradual Tan Sleep Mask Face Retinol so much. James Read Tan as a whole is luxury skincare mixed with tanning, so you get so many of the benefits from incredible skincare. I think this has got, as well as retinol, it's got like aloe vera, it's got hyaluronic acid, so you're getting hydration, your skin cells are renewing, which is very important as you sleep to keep your complexion glowing, but also this is the best, most natural face tan I have ever used. I use it 3 times a week. You can use it more or less depending on the tan that you want, but just make sure that you do wear an SPF 50 after using this, because it does contain retinol, which just enhances the skin cell turnover, so you want to make sure your fresh new skin cells are perfectly protected. And finally, within the skincare category, and also I have to say the most expensive product that I'm recommending in today's video, this is the Elemis Ultra Smart Pro Collagen Aqua Infusion Mask, which is, it says wrinkle smoothing mask. So this is a fantastic face mask. It's a 50ml face mask. On the back it says clinically proven mask formulated with a trio of Elemis' Ultra Smart Pro Collagen technology to give 24-hour hydration and target multiple signs of aging. Skin appears firmer and full of vitality. When I get back from holiday, normally I would say I look about 5 years older for like the week afterwards, because my skin has got dehydrated on holiday and then an aeroplane as well, and it takes me a while to get the hydration back into my face. I have been using this in the evenings on holiday and also on the days following the return from our holidays, and I think my skin is looking as hydrated and plumped and healthy and glowing as ever, which it really shouldn't be at this time of year because of the external elements that my skin is exposed to. This is so hydrating. I have never used a mask as hydrating as this before, ever. It's part of the Elemis Pro Collagen range, which I'm already a huge fan of. The Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm, the oils, I know and love that range so well, so I had very high hopes for this. And the Ultra Smart range from Elemis, they have put so much time and energy and effort into researching this range, and it truly works. So if you have got over £100 to spare on a face mask, but you want to invest in something that is just going to really work, perhaps you want to take it on your honeymoon, or perhaps you want to just give your skin an ultra boost of hydration before a wedding or a special event, then I can vouch for this because it truly works so well. So if you do want to invest in some fabulous, very functional skincare, then this I would highly recommend. Okay, on to the fun stuff. We have got some makeup favourites. I actually have 2 mascaras. I could not pick between the 2 of these. Firstly, the Tom Ford Noir, I think that's all it's called. Oh no, Lash Raise Mascara. This has been my everyday mascara for days when I just want to have really open, fluttery lashes. This has got lash fibres in there, so if your lashes are a little bit sparse or you just want to add super volume to your lashes, this basically looks like you have 10 times more lashes than you actually do. It's also a very small little tube, a very chic tube, so fantastic for popping in your handbag or your travel bag. Another mascara, which is a huge favourite, is the Laura Mercier Panoramic Mascara. This also fantastic. I just can't really decide between the 2. They're both incredible mascaras. The brush on this one is one of those, can you see that it's got like a twisty effect to it? which means that it coats all of your lashes in mascara, really creates such a super wide eye look. If you use this with eyelash curlers, then it's the best I think my lashes could ever possibly look without having any additional lashes in with them, if that makes sense. And also I have put this to the test on days when I've been out in the sun all day, in and out of the sea. It's not 100% waterproof. Sometimes I did have a little tiny bit of smudging, but when I've literally been like diving off rocks into the sea, so I really did put it to the test. But no flaking, despite the fact that I've been wearing sun cream, being in and out of the water. Sometimes you will check the mirror and you've got literally bits of mascara dotted down your cheeks. That does not happen with this, and it's really, really effective. So if you are looking for a new mascara that is bloody fantastic, I would highly recommend this one or this one from Tom Ford, depending on your budget and what kind of lash look you are after. And then on the very affordable end of the makeup spectrum, from Collection, this is a brow mascara. And I feel like with brow mascaras, there is literally no point in spending tens of pounds, not hundreds. I don't think there is a brow mascara that costs hundreds of pounds. There's no point in breaking the bank for brow mascara because they all pretty much do the same thing. I've tried brow mascaras from Givenchy down to H&M and they're all very similar. This one has got a fantastic brush, which is a stiff brush, which means it's very good at combing through the brows and also just kind of making your brows look a little bit more natural if you have put some brow pencil in. It's got a little bit of colour in there, so if you already have perfectly shaped brows and you just want to hold them in place, then this is all you need. It's very fast drying and it's also very long lasting as well. So if I check my brows in the evening, I haven't had to touch them all day, they still look perfectly in place and groomed thanks to this. But this is super affordable and just as good in my opinion as brow gels that cost 5 times the price, so another one that I would highly recommend adding to your summer makeup collection. Okay, I'm going to be super speedy with these last few because this video is getting a little long. So when it comes to powder, overall I really don't like powders. I don't like having a super matte complexion and I don't like adding a powder onto my face. I just don't like too many layers on my skin. However, I have to say at this time of year, I have to use a powder, especially on my T-zone, between my brows, and just above my brows, weirdly, and also on my chin. These are the areas which is not a pretty shine. I don't mind having shine in certain places because it makes you look healthy, but there are some places where you just shouldn't be shiny because it's never flattering. So what I like to do is use a very small brush. This is actually the Sigma Cheekbone Highlight Brush, and the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. Hyaluronic, the clue is in the name, so this is hydrating. It doesn't just draw any moisture out of the skin as opposed to what I find most powders do. It doesn't give you a totally matte look, but it does set your makeup and stop you getting that not so attractive sweaty glow. The only annoying thing is that you can't twist the lid on this to stop the powder coming out, but what I usually do is just use the brush to take a little bit from the lid and apply it to any areas very, very sparingly where I want to stop my skin from getting shiny throughout the day. Unsurprisingly, my favourite base product for creating a little bit of coverage on my complexion during the day in summer is the BareMinerals Original Foundation. This foundation is one that I have not stopped going on about since I first tried it 3 or 4 years ago. It is the most fabulous product whether you are wanting to wear it at home or abroad. Because the formula is so clean, it's only got 5 mineral ingredients in here, it's not clogging up the pores, it's actually good for your skin, and you can just get the most healthy, glowing and fresh looking complexion with this. What I like to do is tap a little bit of product into the lid, buff my brush around it, and then starting from the outside of my face, just really buffing and building a gorgeous glowing complexion. On holiday, I don't like to always have a full face of makeup, even though you can create a super light finish with this. So sometimes I take a smaller brush and just apply it to any blemishes or any areas where I do want to just spot touch up. So it's a very, very versatile product, one which isn't going to cause your skin any problems when you're away. It's not going to clog up your skin. In fact, it's going to do the opposite because the formula is so clean. If you have not tried this yet, I don't know what more I can say. It is one of those products that once you try it, you become addicted to it, and summer is the perfect time of year to give this a try. So BareMinerals Original Foundation, it's also SPF 15. It's just the perfect thing to have on your complexion during the summer months. BareMinerals also recently released some new bronzers, and again, I don't want to be having any nasty ingredients on my face during the summer, so BareMinerals is a natural brand that I gravitate towards when it comes to any kind of face products. Their bronzers are the most natural looking bronze I have ever put on my face. If I want to just have a little bit more warmth to my complexion but I don't want to look like I've got a bronzer on, then they are absolutely beautiful. Their Invisible Bronze, I think, has been probably the most featured bronzer ever on my YouTube channel. It is gorgeous, but this is their new addition to the bronzing collection. It is their Endless Summer bronzer, and I have the shade Warmth. It's very travel friendly, a very flat little small complexion palette, and it's got a mirror in the lid as well, so fantastic for taking with you in your handbag. Another wonderful palette is the Guerlain Terracolla Contour and Glow. This has also got a bronzer in here, but what I have been loving even more are these two little sections. This is a blush and highlight duo. I'm very lazy when it comes to my skincare on holiday, so a quick stroke of this onto the cheeks is all I need to get a lovely, very natural looking pinky glow. And then this is a bronzing highlight powder, kind of a combination of all of the above, which you can just sweep over the whole complexion if you want to get a very natural sun-kissed look, and again a very travel friendly palette, so I've been loving using this on my summer holidays. And some final favourites in the miscellaneous category. Body hydration. I don't like to spend a huge amount of time hydrating my body after the shower. I just want to get out and exploring and enjoying the sunshine. So the Aveeno Daily Moisturising After Shower Mist is an absolute favourite. You can just mist this on your body. Takes approximately 10 seconds to do your entire body, and it keeps you hydrated for so long. It's just so easy to use and so effective that it's a no-brainer. Absolutely love that. Also protecting the lips. I probably should have used this from the very beginning of summer, and then I might have avoided getting the brown lines around my lips. Piz Buin SPF 30 lip balm, so important to also protect the skin on your lips, and it's also a really good pre-lipstick product as well. It's very hydrating and balmy, so perfect if you want to apply a matte lipstick perhaps in the evenings. And last but not least, lazy girl hack. I cannot be bothered to wash my hair every day or even every other day when I'm on holiday. I try to just spend as little time in the hotel room pampering as possible. I want to spend all my time outside having fun, so dry shampoo is my best friend on holiday. The one that I have been loving is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. What makes this one different to others which I also love is that this one actually cleans your hair. So I don't know how it works, it's magic, but it says it eliminates oil, sweat and odour. I don't want to have sweaty, odorous hair when I'm on holiday. I want it to look fresh and clean, and that's what it does with this. It also just adds a little bit of texture, so if my hair's going a little bit fluffy or just getting a little bit, you know, boring and flat and limp and lifeless, then this just adds a whole dose of freshness and volume to my hair and really enhances my hairstyles. It's also a very handy little bottle. I have now taken this on 3 trips and used it pretty much every day, and it still feels like it's half full. So other dry shampoos I've had in my handbag, and I found that they run out after 1 trip away, even if it's like an overnighter, but this has been going strong for several summer trips already, so very, very impressed with this. I have, as you can see, lost the lid, but that doesn't matter because it still works absolutely perfectly. So those are my summer beauty favourites. I really hope you enjoyed this little casual chatty video about the things that I have been loving. I hope you found it useful, and if you do decide to pick anything up, or if you already love any of these, then let me know. And also I would love to know your summer beauty favourites, no matter what they might be. If it's an amazing hydration product or something fantastic like a beautiful lip gloss, I'd love to know your summer beauty favourites, so please let me know down in the comment section below. That is all from me, darlings. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye!